All right, everyone, here we are on another project in the CBC shop, custom by Klein. It's my wife's 29 Ford Roadster, and we took this in on trade a couple years ago on a truck that I had built, and I put it up for sale, and I put, order for trade, and a guy came along and had this, and seemed like an equal deal, so we swapped titles, and here we are. So, like I said, it's 29, it's a fiberglass body. It's got a 49 Ford flathead in it, ABA. And what my plan is here is to freshen it up, kind of redo it. It's a bit dated. It looks to me like it was probably done in the 80s. So, and when it was built, I mean, to me it seems like no expense was spared. I mean, they did a really nice job. But it's just time for an update. There's some things I want to change that I don't care for. Some of the styling features that I don't like. One is I'll be moving this front axle back so that it lines up underneath the radiator here. I don't care for the way it sticks out in front of the radiator. I know that was a hot rodding design and a lot of people did it, but I don't like it. So I'll be moving that back underneath the radiator. We're going to be switching the grill shell out from a 29 to a 32, which we have back there in the box. I bought a full height 32 grill shell. I only bought the grill shell for now, and if I have to shorten it up a little bit, they offer a different grill for that grill shell. They call it a rotter grill, and it's like 4.5 inches shorter than a standard 32 grill. So that's an option if I have to shorten it to make everything look right. The other thing I'll be changing is the way this body is channeled down over the frame like that. It's kind of raked sitting on the frame, where the back is sitting on top of the frame and the front of the body is channeled down over the frame. So it's sitting on the frame kind of raked, and I don't really like that. So I'll be leveling the body off. I'll also be taking this stainless panel off the firewall, and I'm hoping that there's like a fiberglass firewall back there. It looks like a firewall. I prefer to have like a recessed firewall, and I can maybe snug the motor back a little bit. Right now, the way the motor sits, I would never be able to put a hood on here. It's too long right now, or I have to stretch a hood or something. So one thing I'm keeping in mind is I might have to move the motor back. And we're going to stick with this flathead. They're a lot more expensive to build. We kind of toyed around with thinking maybe putting a Ford small block in it, but it just wouldn't look correct, I think. So I want to stay with the flathead. And a lot more expensive, but I do have a weiand 142 cubic inch supercharger that's going to be going on this flathead. So we'll be rebuilding the entire engine. I really don't know what's in this engine. I don't know, how it was built or anything. But with everything else in the car, I'm sure this engine was built pretty nice. This intake doesn't match anything about the engine, and this is the way I got it. And I'm guessing there was probably an aluminum intake on here with multiple carburetors. Just to, if they put the money into these nice heads and these center dump headers, and it runs with a little bit of a lope and stuff in it, so I'm guessing there's a cam in there, and they had some nice ignition and stuff on here. So my guess is inside this engine is built nice too. But I'll be freshening everything up to be able to do this supercharger, so we'll have to figure out compression ratios and stuff like that. And we'll be running a multiple carburetor setup on it too. I have like 5 of these Ford 94 series carbs. And so I think I'm going to run a 2-deuce setup on top of the supercharger, possibly 3, but 1 more carburetors, 1 more headache. So might stick with 2 on that one. Probably changing out the tires and wheels, going with probably like a 15-inch wheel in the front, 16s in the rear. Going to go with a narrower wheel and tire setup. Excuse me. We did just get some new headlights for it. My wife likes the look of the 10-inch headlights, so we'll be putting a lot bigger headlight on the front. We'll be changing out the front of these frames. We'll do some frame horns coming out and stuff, kind of more of a 32 styling on it. Change it up a little bit. The interior is in pretty good shape in it, so we'll be probably just staying with the interior. It's just a real good cleanup on the interior, maybe a new floor, a new carpet, Probably have to build a new dash. Somebody took, they had a radio in at one point in time. It looks like they put a radio in another spot, so I'll probably make a new wood dash for it. I got some pretty nice wood around here I could use for that. I got some walnut is kind of what coming to my mind right now, is using some walnut on it. So I'll be doing that. There's some fiberglass repairs that have to be done. It'll get all repainted. This car is going to completely come apart and get repainted. We're going to do a coilover in the rear, a QA1 coilover shocks in the rear, like I did in my 48 Willys wagon. If anybody followed that build, those shocks really ride nice. I couldn't recommend them enough. Once you get them set right, there's some preloading you got to set on them and some valving on the adjustability. And once you get them set right, you'd be amazed how nice they ride. So this car also features a trunk, which is really nice. I mean, plenty of room in there. Oh, I got some Bush NA in there. But plenty of room in there for lawn chairs and cooler and stuff. It's really nice to have a trunk. So the rear end's even chrome in this thing. Chrome 9-inch and nice stainless tank and stuff. I'm not sure if I'll stay with the chrome rear end. That might get painted because a lot of the chrome in the front, like the chrome on the bumpers, are peeling off. A lot of the chrome in the front is starting to peel off and show its age and stuff, like the leaf springs and stuff down here kind of starting to show their age. So I'm thinking I'll get sandblasted and I'll probably paint them. Same with this front axle. Pretty cool looking front axle with the holes drilled in and stuff, but it's starting to show its age. And so I think they'll just get blasted in a coat of paint. Some of the stuff is usable, like these radius rods. The chrome is still good on those, and the steering rods. These are kind of neat. These they call these a friction shock is I believe the correct name for them. Don't see them very often. I think I'll stay with those. I'll just polish them all out and stuff, and they'll have to move back along with that front end stuff. But I think I'll stick with those friction shocks. I mean, they're greasable. They got a little grease fitting on. You pack them with grease, and there's like a rubber deal in there that kind of winds up. I mean, they seem to work. I mean, these things aren't the best riding car, but I think by putting the QA1s in the rear, they'll definitely improve the ride of it. So I'm just going to fire it up here quick. One of the other things we're going to do is I'm going to chop the top too, and I don't know if I'm going to buy a whole new windshield setup for it, or if I'm going to chop what I have here. Some of the things, I'm still early in the planning stages of this. I'm not really working on the car yet. I got it sitting in the shop because I had my friend come down with some scales, and we weighed it to be able to order the shocks and stuff. And the car weighed 2,100 pounds the way it sits like this, so I'm able to order the shocks. And by having it in the shop instead of sitting in the shed, I'm able to kind of think about it and measure stuff, and I've been ordering some parts and stuff for it. And to be able to do that supercharger on here, I did order an aluminum intake, a 2-deuce intake, and I'll be milling the top of it open and welding a billet adapter on there to mount the supercharger to that. And then there's a guy that actually sells the serpentine setup for this, for that supercharger, so I'll be ordering those parts from him. So you know, as usual, I always got multiple projects going on out here. We've been working like crazy on Trenton's 86 IROC here. I'm sorry it's under the cover, but I've been working on block sanding here, working on all the little individual parts with the block sanding and stuff. I'm getting close to having all the ground effects all sanded out so we can get them painted up, and then we'll start block sanding the car. But that's kind of what I've been working on here after we finished up Project Whiteout. For any of you that have been following this build, this one is pretty much a wrap. I'm just waiting for the heads to come back yet, and I'm going to send the pipes out to get them ceramic coated. But we've had the sled out a couple times, just in the backyard. We don't have much snow around here right now, so but that is one powerful sled. That thing's a hoot. So, well, I'm going to put my camera in the holder here, and I'm going to fire this thing up. Hopefully it doesn't let me down and embarrass me here. So usually it fires right up, but I just want to show you it's a running flathead. They have a unique sound to them, and that's kind of why we're going to keep it. It's really fun to cruise with. You know, me and the wife like to go out in the evenings and the sun's starting to go down, and with the top down on the car, catch one of these country roads around my house here, and we just putter along, and these things just putter down the road at such low RPMs, and they're just a blast to drive. So that's why I'm going to stick with this flathead. So let me throw this in my holder here quick, and hopefully that this thing doesn't let me down here. So So it really ain't a bad running car. I mean, the motor's starting to get a little tired in it. We're having some problems over the summer last year of it wanting to maintain cruising speed going down the highway and stuff. And I just think it's really in need of a rebuild. And I messed around with the carb a little bit, but that wasn't seeming to help. So it's time. It's time to update it, give it some new style. I'm going to be calling this Project Blown 29 for obvious reasons. 29 Roadster, supercharger on it. So this will be my new project, Project Blown 29. I hope you enjoy it. There's going to be multiple videos on this project. I'm kind of shooting for to have it done by fall, I'm hoping. It's going to probably take me a while to complete this one because I'm going to do the whole engine build myself. Be doing everything myself on this thing, so it'll probably take me a while, but got to finish up Trenton's 86 IROC there first. So I'll be posting videos as we get further in this one, but I'm going to throw this one on now so everybody can get a little taste of what's going on. So I hope you enjoy the videos. Please share them, comment. If you got any suggestions, feel free. Hit the bottom down there. Give me a comment. Thanks.